Good afternoon. Is it Deputy Collins?
Yes.
Okay. Would it be fair to say, Deputy Collins, that you received training based on materials from the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration?
Yes.
So when I refer to it as NHTSA, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So much of your training detecting possible intoxicated drivers is based on books, manuals, validation studies put out by NHTSA?
Yes.
Okay. And you would agree that NHTSA would be the authority in detecting possible intoxicated drivers. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay. You were initially dispatched based off a 911 call, is that correct?
Yes.
And the information that you received was that an individual was possibly intoxicated? Is that
Yes.
correct? What else?
That he was driving his white Ford F-150, Highway 90 in Thompson Road with the caller's daughter in the car, possibly on the handgun also.
Was there any information describing her belief that Mr. Remy was intoxicated besides just saying that he was possibly intoxicated?
From my memory, that's what was stated.
Okay, she didn't say he had X amount of drinks.
No.
He's driving. Okay. And can I publish the state's exhibit 3, Judge? Sure. Deputy Collins, what's the speed limit on this road? Do you know?
I believe in that portion it is 55, and then it goes up to 70 at some point.
Okay. And your speed right now, do you think that you're traveling within the speed limit?
No, sir.
Okay, do you think that you're speeding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. When do you see Mr. Remy's vehicle?
At the point that I initiate the traffic stop.
Yes, and so at this point, have you been able to determine whether he's traveling at a high rate of speed yet?
Before that, I saw the truck pass going eastbound on Highway 90.
Mhm.
And at that point, I asked my dispatch, who had the caller still on the line, is there any specific markings or anything on the truck? The caller advised there was black striping on both sides of the truck. And I realized that was the truck I passed.
Because dispatch said that there were 2 black stripes on the truck, is that correct?
The caller told
Yes.
dispatch, and it is, yes.
And that's when you drove off to catch up to that vehicle?
Yes, sir, because I recognized that that's what passed me.
Okay. And so that by this point, are you able to tell how fast he's going?
No, sir, not until I catch him up, and then I can pace him at from where I'm right, basically where I'm right at the rear of the car. I can pace him using my mileage, the speedometer.
Okay, and did you do that in this case?
I don't recall whether or not.
And so your lights came on at this probably about the 2 minute and 20 second mark.
Yes, sir.
So you can't tell how fast he's going from this point, right?
When I stated that he was going at a high rate speed, is when initially when I saw him pass when I was on Yorkshire.
Okay, and that speed limit was 55,
I believe so. That
Okay.
worked.
and you weren't using a radar?
No, sir.
That's just your personal observation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as part of your training, you're taught that there are certain driving behaviors that might indicate that a driver is impaired, correct?
Yes, sir.
And NHTSA refers to those as driving clues. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and there's about 20 of them. Give or take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you didn't see him swerving?
No, sir.
Straddling
At that
the
point,
door?
I'm just trying to catch up to the car.
Okay, and so we can agree that speeding is normal behavior, correct? I'll phrase another way, non-intoxicated people speed every day.
Of course, yes.
Okay, and they're given speeding tickets, correct?
Possibly.
Okay. So you would agree that up to this point, his driving gave you no indication that he was possibly impaired?
Other than speeding at a high rate of speed.
Speeding?
The only time I would say that is when somebody's obviously speeding above the speed limit.
And so then his reaction to your squad lights, you're taught to pay attention how quickly people pull over,
Yes, sir.
how quickly they use their brakes.
Yes, sir.
Did he pull over in a safe manner?
Yes, sir.
He pulled over in a safe place.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So his reaction to your lights coming on, that would you say that was normal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So his driving was normal up to that point. Set aside the speeding.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So essentially you saw no vehicle in motion clues prior to pulling him over, just speeding, correct?
Yes, sir.
When you made initial contact, you stated that he had an unsteady balance. Was this when he got out of the car initially? Was this when he was walking towards the back of or walking towards your car, your squad car?
He started underneath the drill. He's out of the car. He kind of walks towards me. So at that point, yes, sir.
Okay.
The rest of the time he's walking out of the car, I kind of got him with my hand. So
Okay, so he's in a truck, like an F-150. It's high up, would you agree?
it was like the regular height of the truck. It's not lifted.
Okay, it's not like you're sure, but it's definitely higher than a sedan.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Remy's not above 6 foot. You said he's average height.
Yes, sir.
So he jumped out of the car. Did you notice that?
Not necessarily. He's not. It wasn't at a haste or anything.
But wouldn't jumping out of a car, cause someone to bend their knees a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. In your report, you mentioned that, well, we'll back up. You mentioned also that there was an empty 6-pack of Modelo beer in the back car, correct?
The box of the
The box, yeah.
Yes.
That's trash, right?
Sure.
People have trash in their car.
No.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. You've never met Mr. Remy prior to this traffic stop before?
No,
right?
sir.
Okay, so you don't know how he normally talks?
No, sir.
Okay, so you don't know how he normally sounds or whether his eyes are normally discolored?
No, sir.
Okay. You mentioned that he had extremely glassy eyes. There are other reasons why someone would have glassy eyes, correct?
Sure.
Cigarette smoke,
Yes.
crying possibly.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He wasn't crying though.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But you would be able to determine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You don't know when he last slept?
No, sir.
Okay. And when you got to, we'll back up to odor of alcohol. It's not illegal to drink alcohol and then get in the car, correct?
No, sir.
It's only illegal if they've lost their physical and mental faculties, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the odor of alcohol doesn't tell you how much someone's had to drink, correct?
No, sir.
Okay. On this day, Christmas Day, were you FST certified?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what type of courses do you have to take to become FST certified?
The basic one.
What are they?
What do you mean? It's
There's 2 courses, right? Isn't there a 24-hour course?
It's the one I took in the police academy.
Okay, that was the only one you've taken?
Yes.
You didn't take like a practitioner's update?
It was a sort of refresher course 2 years prior.
Okay. Because of your training, you're aware that there are many different kinds of nystagmus, correct?
Yes, sir.
And environmental factors could affect nystagmus.
Yes, sir.
Flashlights. So when you did the HGN, the walk and turn, and one-legged stand, you tallied up these clues. Now, a clue on these tests is not proof of intoxication, right?
Not each one in themselves. It's the totality.
So it's simply an observation that may indicate impairment, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're trained that sober people can still show clues, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you aware of the research that indicates that people below 0.08 can still show 4 to 6 clues in the HTM test?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're aware that false positives exist in this field sobriety tests?
It's possible.
Okay. So you could still be under the legal limit and fail this test in the state of Texas, correct?
Possibly. Yes, sir.
Okay. Your training requires a dry, level, non-slipping surface for the walk and turn test, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there's supposed to be a line for them to walk on?
There doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so in that situation, you just tell them to imagine a straight line?
Imagine it. We usually tell them imagine from the license plate of our patrol car shooting out straight.
You would agree that this test is essentially like walking like a ballerina, correct?
I don't know about it.
You know, Mike Tyson.
I would object to the mischaracterization.
I'll rephrase.
Go ahead.
This test is like walking on a balance beam, correct?
Sure.
Okay, so not everyone is good walking on a balance beam.
Sure.
When you're giving these instructions and having them stand in an unusual manner, what are they not supposed to do?
Not lose balance, not step off, depending on what test it is, etc.
Okay. So if they break their feet apart and stands back in a natural stance, that's considered a clue.
Yes, sir.
And that beginning, I guess, stance, would you agree that's not a natural stance for someone to stand?
No, sir.
Okay, so if someone was driving down the street, they saw someone with their feet in front of a truck and their arms at their side, that would cause someone to probably do a second look, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you told them that keep your hands down by your side. Isn't it true that you can still allow about half an inch to raise their arms? Because they're not technically required to touch their legs, correct?
No, sir.
Okay, and so that would at least allow them to have better balance. Would you agree with that?
Possibly.
Okay. And this turn, so one of the clues was an improper turn. So when they walk down at the end of the line and do that turn, people don't turn like that in real life, correct?
I don't know. They do. I don't know what they do.
Okay. Do you mind demonstrating for the judge the steps in the instruction phase or the walking phase?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna come down to the wall.
Walk turn it is. We count how well it's not. Lead foot, make small steps. And 1, 2, so into the.
Okay. And so that turn.
That turn
Oh.
into certain small steps.
Okay.
And not.
So the next test, one-legged stand. This requires a person to stand on one foot for 30 seconds, right?
Yes, sir.
So not everyone is good naturally standing on 1 foot for 30 seconds.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I mean, yeah, it depends on how good their balance is.
Okay. Physical injuries can also affect balance, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you ask him if he had any physical injuries that day?
I do not remember whether or not it did.
How much sway does it take to be a clue on the one-legged stand?
Significant sleep.
Significant. So not it's sort of subjective, right?
Depends. Okay. I'm just.
And so his clues on the one-legged stand was 3 out of 4. When you're counting, when you are asking him to stand on 1 foot, is it difficult if he is wearing, I guess, Crocs per se, standing on 1 foot?
It could be.
Okay. And then I want to go back to the HGN briefly. What is the procedure on doing the HGN?
The steps.
Yes, the steps.
You first look for equal tracking, equal pupil size, and then you go. So you're doing that first, and then you do, or stance to sustain. It well, it is you want me to like explain each thing?
No, I'll move on. Thank
Okay.
you though. And so when you're putting the pin in front of their face, it's supposed to be 12 to 15 inches from their face.
That's right. I use my finger. I use a pin.
What'd you say?
I
Anthony?
use my
I couldn't hear you either, Judge.
use the tip of my finger, not a pin.
Okay.
And when someone's on the side of the road and there's flashing lights going down the street, would that affect their nystagmus to involuntary jerk?
We turn the front lights off. So
Yes.
it's not affected.
But go ahead.
No, sorry.
No, you're good. So the vehicles that were traveling by, on the street behind them, that couldn't that affect their eyes to involuntary jerk?
The people driving.
Yes, in the lights, the squad lights that were
Possibly.
okay. And when you tallied up all the clues in all these 3 tests, and you determined that he had lost his mental and physical faculties, by that point, you had asked for a voluntary specimen, and why couldn't he have gotten a breath test that day?
We were choosing to request blood. Neither I nor WLA was 81 certified, which is breathalyzer.
You
We
were
were not
Okay.
intoxicated certified at that point.
And by that point, after he was when you put him in handcuffs and he was walking to your car, you didn't notice any unsteady balance by that point?
That's
Okay, you didn't seem more intoxicated by that point?
that's
Okay. I have no more questions.
All right, thank you, sir. Anything else, Mr. Coleman?
No, yeah.
All right, thank you, Deputy.